Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today we're going to do Scott's kit with the bonsai seeds in there. Today is January 21st of 2022. It's Friday. It's 22 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 6 degrees Celsius with a wind chill of 14 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 10 degrees Celsius. There's 4 packages of seeds that we got in the kit. It's a flame tree, the Lonex Regina. It's a blue jacaranda mimosifolia. Then we got our Norway Spruce, Pica Abies. I'm not good at pronouncing names. Bristle cone pine, Pinus aristata. And what did I knock down? My board. There we go. Now here is what the kit came in. Let's get the tablet over here. And inside, you got the seeds, you got the soil. You got 2 discs, which I soaked like it said and put it in a bigger bucket. And then you got the 2 ingredients that you have to mix, the perlite and the Kelp Nutrition pack. And here's the seed packets. Now they gave me some good-looking tag plates, and I think they're bamboo. But what I'm gonna do right now for seeing what's growing, because I don't want to ruin these good ones, I got my own plastic ones, and I use a number 2 pencil and put all the tree names on here and the dates on the back. Let's put the box down so you can see. And then you put the dates on the back, but you just use a regular number 2 pencil, and it's just as good as a marker because it ain't gonna wear off. There you go, number 2. So, why did I use these? Because first of all, with a fancy marker like that, you got to write fancy, and I ain't good at writing fancy unless you have a wood burner or something. Now these are nice little starting cups. You got the drip tray in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all in here and save the drip trays until I can see what grows and what doesn't grow. I got them in here, and then they suggested putting like a cover on the top, like a dome. Something like this. I think it'll fit on there just till the seeds germinate, and then you're supposed to take it off every once in a while. Now with the seeds, you're supposed to soak. You're supposed to take a piece of sandpaper and rub the bottom of the seed and scratch it, and then soak it for 16 to 24 hours to help a faster germination rate. And I looked up on all the trees, and they say if you want a real fast germination rate, you do the same thing with the Norway Spruce, but then you put them in the cold for about 3 weeks in the refrigerator or whatever. But I'm not going to do that because I don't have that much light, so I want these to grow, the seeds to germinate at their own pace, because I'm in no hurry for them to grow, because then if they do start to grow, I'm going to have to make myself a little box with some aluminum foil in there to reflect the light so they grow straight and not towards the sun. So let's get started. Let me put this on the side here so we can mix our soil. Now there's the soil that's pretty well mixed. So now we'll take and open up our pack here, and they give you all the right amount of stuff to put in there. So that's one. And then we got the Kelp Nutrition. This is what they're giving you. The Kelp Nutrition pack. And Kelp's a good root starter. So put that in there. Get it all out the best we can. In fact, we'll rip the bag open and just get as much of it out as we can, and then we'll take our spoon and mix. But that doesn't seem like it's working good, so what I'm going to do is put the old gloves on, because this stuff sticks to your hands. I don't know if it's a core. It might be a core or a peat. But just so I can shut the tablet off, so I don't get it all goofed up. And I'm just going to mix it just like you're mixing bread. Get it all in there. Just fire it in. Fire your hands into the soil and just get that stuff mixed up real good. Now it gives you good instructions how to do everything on here, so don't think you don't got a good instructions. If you look up the seed pack on the company's site, it'll show you a nice little video on planting the seeds in. So now we got that pretty well established. So let's start with get one pot on the side here. Let's get that. And we'll put some soil in. Just like that. We're going to take the bottom of our measuring cup, and we're just going to tamp it down a little bit. Now it says to fill it up about a ½ inch from the top, and then use the leftover soil to put on top of the seed, but I'm not going to do that. I'll show you what I'm going to do as soon as I get this all settled in, because they want you to make put the hole in, I think it's about 1/8 of an inch deep, according to instructions. But I'm not going to do that, because I'm going to lay the seed on the top so I know where I got them. And then I'm going to use the vermiculite to cover the seed because it's real light. Now I'm not using this vermiculite because it's too coarse. What I did is I have an old Ninja to make juices and stuff and to grind stuff, and all I did was grind it up into a nice powder so I can put it on the top so the seed has an easy way to push up. Let me take this off if I can. There we go. And there it is. A lot of dust, but it's nice and fine. So it'll be a nice mix to put on the top so the seed has a nice way of pushing itself up. I mean, I didn't have to grind it that fine, but I don't know how big the seeds are. Okay, so let's get our flame tree out. Let's see what the seed looks like on that. And it feels kind of thick. So let's take the back off. Oh wow, these are big seeds. Let me put that down there. This cold weather really does a trick on my sinuses, I'll tell you that. Okay, here's the seeds. These are big seeds. Look at that. Real big seeds. I can't believe how big they are. They say put 3 in a pot. Well, we'll put 3 in and save 2. Don't lose the seed, Tom. Don't lose the seed. There we go. So all I'm going to do is put it in the pot, press it in. I'm just going to lay them down. When in doubt, just lay them straight down. They'll correct themselves. They'll grow a little better than if you trying to put them in upside down the wrong way. And then all I'm going to do is first take the blade out of the grinder. And all I'm going to do is take my vermiculite and just put it on the top. Just like that. Now you don't have to worry how deep you got the vermiculite, because it's so light the seed will come right up. On that one, I could have probably put the thicker vermiculite on. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll just give it a little layer on the top. Just like that. Pat it down so everything gets good contact with the soil. Okay, we're going to take that and then we're going to put our marker into here. And then I'm going to take and just get all the surface tension out. Give it a nice watering. Now these seeds we'll plant in another video. Let me see what I can do. Maybe we can try scratching them or whatever, but I don't really want these things to grow fast. So if it takes 3 to 4 weeks to grow, that's okay with me. Now let's get our blue jacaranda pack out. And let me... Boy, I'm really bad at the video today because I think I'm all in your way. So here's the blue jacaranda. Let me get a cup. Put it over here. Take this, put it on the side. And we'll put our soil in. You can use any kind of spoon you want. As long as you can mix it, that's fine. Just like that. Let's get it into there. And the perlite's enough to get it a good drainage. Now they did a study on the bristlecone pine, if I said that right, and they tried to put it in the cold to see if the seed would germinate faster, and it really didn't work out. They both germinated just about at the same time, give or take a couple of days. Okay, there. Now we got this in real good. There. Let's get these gloves out of the way. Don't need them. Put our flame tree there. And we'll get this in. Just like that. Now, let's see how these seeds look. Now I can see why you gotta rub them real good. And these seeds are flat and triangular shape. I don't know if you can see them, but there's 3 there. They give you about 5 seeds in each pack, so that's pretty good in case something doesn't grow. So all I'm going to do is lay it flat. And these are paper thin. So I'm just going to space them out the best we can. And then I'm going to, now this one, I really need the powder. There we go. And we'll just put the vermiculite on the top because I don't have to worry about, just barely covering the seed or not, because with the vermiculite, it's so light and fluffy that the seed will have no problem pushing right through. I can always use this soil to start the other seeds, just to get it started like that. There we go. So let's put this pack in the back. And there's our blue jacaranda. And it goes in real nice. Then I'll give them a nice little light watering once we're done. Now we'll get our other pot. Man, I'm really in your way today. I should have put all this stuff on the side. Let me get this pot here so I'm not in your way. Now you can see they give you enough soil. So that's good. There. Just put that in there real good. That's nice and fluffy. There. And one thing about, you're supposed to bury the seed 2 to 3 times the thickness of the seed. But with the vermiculite, when I grind it into a nice fine powder like that, you don't have to worry about it because it'll push right through. Okay, so what's next? Let's see what our Norway spruce seeds look like. There we go. Now this is a beautiful kit to try out. I mean, Scott, this is a beautiful kit. And Scott is from Let's Do Bonsai. Let me see what these seeds look like. Oh, these are some more tiny, tiny little seeds. And this one they give you, I got 5 in here. So I'm going to close that back up. And let me see if you can see the seeds, how small they are. The green on my hand, that's the chalk from writing on the board, so. Man, they're so small. Unbelievable. There we go. I'll get our powder, because it's real nice, this powder. Look how nice it goes in. This is a good seed starting way to get your powder. See, I buy the big bag of vermiculite, and it comes in a little bit bigger chunk like this, like you can see. But if you, for seed starting, this is the best thing to do. Just give it some good contact with the soil, and just, you can see how nice that vermiculite soaks it in. There we go. Now that's our Norway spruce. Let's put that in. Then we get our next pot. Okay. Now the pictures look so good. Don't think you're going to get a tree like that in a year's growth, because it's just going to be a little teeny tiny little baby. So here's our bristlenose cone pine. And before we do anything, let's fill the pot up with soil. That's all you got to do is put it in. Don't be afraid of putting it in. And there's plenty of soil left over, to cover the seed, but to me this is kind of heavy. We'll see how the vermiculite does, because it's nice and light, and I think that will really help it out. I may be wrong, but, well, not really, because I grew seeds in vermiculite like that. To buy the bag for seed starting is just about that size. But you can buy the big bag. I got the big bag like that from the floor down, about a 4-foot tall bag, or 3.5-foot tall bag. And you can make your own seed starting mix. What the heck? Now here's the bristlenose pine again, bristlecone pine. So let's open the back up. Oh ho ho! Let's see these seeds here. They're just about the. Yep, there's 2. They give you about 5. They're just about the same size as the Norway spruce. So let's be very careful and put them in. There we go. Get good contact with the soil. And then I'm just going to take my vermiculite and put it in. Are you going to say, Tom, how come you didn't do the vermiculite on the video? Well, that thing is so loud it blow your eardrums out. But I saved the old ones. I mean, why not? You can always use it for grinding. Or if you're using like pine chips and stuff, you can use that for trying to make them a little bit smaller for yourself. Or if you want smaller grains of perlite, you can do the same thing. Although there's a lot of fines in it. See, but that's all you do is just give it a good soaking. The vermiculite comes up real good. And then we take our label, stick it in, and we make sure we push it down so the seed has good contact with the soil. Just like that. Now everything is moist. The soil's real moist because I just soaked it as the instructions said, so it'll grow. I mean, so it expands. There's our flame tree. I can put a little bit more on the top. There we go. Those are real thick seeds. I can't believe how thick they are. It'll be very interesting to see how they grow. Now, what I want to do is put them all into this little, it was like, what do you call it? One of them fruit dishes that you buy fruit in. And then here's the other part of the fruit dish, not the bottom. I got two tops. This is the top here. And if you put it on here, let's turn this one around like this. You got yourself a little mini greenhouse. Just like that. So everything's written on there. So, Scott, we're going to see how they grow. Now, these seeds, I'm going to keep them in a plastic bag because you don't want moisture getting into them to cause them to deteriorate or anything. Take out all the air. Now, what you can do, there's a old-fashioned way. What they used to do in the old days is they used to get powdered milk and they'd make a little package out of tissue paper, or you can use tissue paper, and you put the powdered milk in there, close it up, and then put it in the sack inside with your seeds, and that'll absorb any moisture in there so the seeds don't get rotten or moldy. Now with them fancy labels, I'm going to have to see if I can find a fancy way of marking them. So that's what we got there. So, Scott, I can't wait to see how you do it. I know you're gonna do it the book way of soaking them and scarifying them, because I know you got the lights to do it with. But with the low lights in the basement, no matter how long they take, what are you gonna do? You gotta sit and wait. And this way here, I got backup seeds so I can always try them out in case these seeds don't take. So, today's Friday night, dance night. Wives, get your husbands, grandma, get grandpa off the chair watching TV, put on a nice hot pot of tea, put on some big band music, dance a little bit, and sit back and relax with each other's company, and just take it easy the rest of the day, because it's a cold day again. Not as cold as it is in Canada, because I know they got some beauties there. But for now, right here in Chicago, it's cold. So I'm going to go up and make myself a hot pot of tea. Put in maybe some honey and some lemon. Get rid of these sinuses so they drain from this cold. And what are you going to do? And get this arthritis going, get my back straight. So, Scott, I thank you very much for this great little kit. And we'll see what happens. And if you got old those fruit trays that they come in, that they're all cut up, you got your own mini greenhouse. So take care, everybody, and don't forget, pot of tea, big band, and dance with your loved one. Take care, everybody, and have a good day. Well, a good night.